just read scoop of things I don't understand.
Yeah,
so.
Questions for Coach, please.
How are you guys sort of handling Quentin and Jordan, knowing that you're not going to have them those first 3 weeks, but that they're two of your most productive, most experienced guys coming back?
I think the challenge for the defense is just it's the next guy up mentality. There's no excuses about it. You gotta. I told them today and yesterday. I said, hey, look, it's an opportunity for these next guys, and I'd be a little bit more concerned if we didn't have a guy like Salim Brightwell at the Mike linebacker position. We had a guy in Jay Stocker who took quality reps at the end of the year last year. They've got to take that mentality. They got to embrace that mentality, and we've got to step it up as coaches too, and coach them hard and get them to learn it, and make sure that they capitalize on that opportunity.
Would Salim have competed for that number one job in any case this
Yeah,
year?
he sure would have. And to be honest with you, we all sit here and grant Jordan a pass, and he's going to be an automatic starter. We've had some guys that had a really good summer. He would have had a good competition as well. Now I know he's taken a lot of reps and he's been very productive and he's got all the media accolades, but we feel like some guys can close the distance, and close the distance this spring, and close the distance this fall camp, these first 2 days. So we'll get ready.
Who are those guys?
Right now at the field safety, we got Bryson Garner and we got Jay Stocker. On the other safety, we got Dennis Briggs and Phil Campbell. We're also working Henry Miller there a little bit. And to be honest with you, it's going to come down just to your best 11, your best two back there. We'll see those guys, whatever those two guys fit. But I like what Jay and Bryce have shown in 2 days. If you can tell anything in 2 days.
So how much does it hurt Jordan missing practice reps this early in camp? I know it's early, but
yeah, we got to monitor it, and we've got to make sure that we do a good job of getting him in there enough that he can stay in tune. But again, and I don't want to belabor the point, but if a guy comes in and we go to Oklahoma State come here, and we go to Penn State, and that guy's playing really well. When Jordan comes back, it's not just going to be handed to him. He made some choices. We live with those choices. You feel bad as a coach, just like you would as a parent, because you want to change behavior. You feel bad. It hurts you, but you want him to move on from it. But to answer the question, we got guys that got to get ready, and we got to go win football games with the guys that are on the field. So that job will just be handed back to him when he gets back, and we'll monitor those reps during fall camp, make sure he has a chance to win that job back. Obviously.
Was he still working with you guys in film and upstairs?
Oh
everything?
yeah, absolutely. Yep.
was he able to practice at all today?
I think we've belabored the point.
Considering coach said that DeMar has been going to safety meetings, but
Right.
instead it'll play some. Are you trying to develop some positional versatility there, or do you think it's more trying to move him to the safety position?
No, we're trying to develop some versatility. You're always trying. I think we brought him in. We knew he could play corner. We knew he could play safety, and so we're trying to develop that versatility as we move forward. And he's a smart kid too. He hasn't had a chance to take a lot of reps, but he's a smart kid. He picks it up fast, and it's good for him to learn both of them. As he's kind of been dealing with that little injury of his too. So we just want to have as many guys that can do multiple things as possible.
Considering with Zeiss and Salim, it seems to me that you're going to be a little more athletic, if not more experienced linebacker this year, right?
We should, yeah, we should. Now, again, Zeiss started off the season, got injured. He's got a lot to prove. He hasn't, really done anything yet. Salim played some reps, but definitely has some experience. And again, we think both those guys will do a fine job, and I would agree with that. I think that what we may lose in a little bit of knowledge and experience with Galambos and Caprera, we may make up for it in some athleticism. It's a little bit of a give and take.
Considering how productive he was for you guys the last couple of years, how much of a challenge and how confident are you trying to replace Juan Price as far as the options you see at end?
Yeah, he was a highly productive kid, and I think you guys know this as well. Juan would do as many things good as he did, wrong as well, and he was a very instinctive guy. He played well within the system, but he took a lot of chances as well. I think we got some good, solid guys that will provide that. I think Dwayne Hendricks is a guy that could maybe fit into that mold. I think he could develop. I think guys like Patrick Jones and Rashad Weaver could step up and take that position as well. So I like our young guys. They're really into it. Charlie Parcher's been a great addition, and so we're moving. We're moving those guys.
With a younger team, do you have to push a little harder as a coach?
Yeah, you do. I think you got to push harder. I think we do have a culture established, but I think we've evaluated, coaches have evaluated themselves. We've evaluated the team, and you're just trying to figure out a way to continue to get better all the time. The urgency is a big deal. And take a guy like Jason Knock or Damari Mathis at corner. Just get those guys to play at the speed that they have to play at. Snap in and snap out is a big deal. So that's where a little bit more of the urgency, aggressiveness could potentially come from as a coach.
Along the lines of the youth that we've been talking about,
Yeah.
and you lose a lot of experience, but kind of the flip side is now you're going to have more of those guys that you guys recruited. Is there sort of a balance of you're apprehensive because these guys maybe haven't played as much, but you're excited because you're finally going to get to use them a little bit?
Yeah, I think that's exactly the point. I think when I know when we met with them, we said that same really exact statement. We said, we are younger. We feel like we have good quality talent, and it's just how fast can we get you guys developed. And then again, that's the two-way street of coach and player, taking advantage of all the meetings and obviously out here on the practice field as well.
With the youth, how big of an asset is Avante? That's the one guy, kind of the one leader who's back.
Right. Huge. I think Avante has earned the respect that he gets from the coaches, earned the respect that he gets from the players, and I'm excited to see him come out and really have a good year. And you can feel him just as far as emotional leader, has a good understanding of the knowledge of the defense, and that's exciting to see from him.
What about opposite of Vontae, that position?
Motley had a really good year. Summer, he really developed well. He's playing with a lot more confidence, and I'm excited. Again, I think he's going to be a solid guy. He's taking some reps as well. Both those guys can legitimately run. I think Avante and PM, we call him PM. I think both those guys run really well. So that's good to see. We're developing the third guy right now. That position is still up in the air, in terms of who's going to start. But Dane Jackson, got the two young guys. Got a guy like Maliki Henderson, still wide open.
Considering you were talking about the young talent,
Yeah.
where are Watts and Camp compared to? Do you see a big difference in where they were compared to last year?
There is a big difference. Yeah, they matured. That's just part of the growth process when you get to college. They've matured a lot, and they've really taken to the coaching in the room. They've grown up in terms of just understanding a little bit more big picture as far as what they've got to get accomplished. They understand it. They got a long way to go. They're not, again, not a proven commodity by any means. They got a ton of talent. Don't take that away from them. But to line up and play in the ACC, snap in and snap out, they got a long way to go here in the next few days.
You've got Mike Capera out here helping out a bit. How nice is that to sort of have one of the veterans from last year back, even if he can't take any snaps for you?
No, it's great. It's great. He does a great job. Was a strong emotional leader for us last year, and you kind of see and feel the same thing from him out here.
Anything else?
If Paris